You are the master of your fate. Let's begin. The ground beneath your feet has shifted. The plan you built your life on has collapsed. A silent, cold dread has set in, and you find yourself asking, "What now?" And in this moment, you are being tested. Your old habits, your old fears, your old way of thinking, they will all rush to the surface, begging you to panic. But I am here to tell you that this moment is not the end. It is a new beginning. I have seen the greatest men of my time, men who built empires from nothing, face the same collapses. They did not see ruin. They saw opportunity. They did not run from the fire. They used it to forge themselves into something stronger. In this lesson, I am going to show you how a crisis is not a punishment, but a tool. I will give you a new perspective and a practical blueprint to navigate the storm. You will learn to silence the panic, to see the hidden opportunity within the adversity, and to use the heat of the moment to temper your will and sharpen your purpose. Your crisis is not meant to break you. It is meant to make you, and the work of becoming unbreakable begins now. There is a moment in every crisis, a single terrifying moment, where you stand at a crossroads. One path leads to fear, panic, and a complete surrender to your circumstances. The other path leads to control, courage, and a purposeful search for a solution. The first rule of a crisis, my friend, is this: do not panic. I have seen panic. It is a poison. It paralyzes the mind, blinds the eyes, and drains the body of its will. Panic is the devil's first victory, for it convinces you that you are helpless, that your power has been taken from you. It whispers that all is lost, that there is no way forward, and that your only recourse is to retreat. This is a lie. A crisis is not an event that happens toe to you. It is a question that is being asked of you. It is a test of your character, your faith, and your definite purpose. It is a moment where the foundation of your convictions is shaken to its core, and you are forced to prove to yourself what you truly believe. The man who allows himself to be consumed by panic has already failed the test. He has surrendered his most powerful possession, his mind. But the man who can hold his center, who can breathe deeply and refuse to be moved by the chaos, has already won the first and most important battle. Your first response in a crisis must not be to react. It must be to hold your grounds. Stand still. Take an inventory of what you have, not what you have lost. Your definite purpose, your intellect, and your will are all still with you. The work begins here. Every great inventor, every great industrialist, every great leader I ever knew understood one thing that the average man does not. There is no such thing as a straight path to success. The straight line is a myth created by men who have never left the harbor. The moment you set a definite purpose, you are embarking on a journey into uncharted waters. You are a ship with a clear destination, but you cannot foresee every storm, every gust of wind, every reef that lies just beneath the surface. The man who believes the path will be smooth is the first to abandon his post when the waves begin to crash against the hull. A crisis, my friend, is simply a storm. It is a moment when the chaos of the world, the unexpected economic downturn, the sudden loss, the unforeseen obstacle slams into your carefully laid plans. It is not an interruption of your journey. It is a necessary and inevitable part of it. Your purpose is the lighthouse. Your will is the hand on the rudder. The crisis is the test of your navigation. It reveals the weak points in your ship. It forces you to learn new skills. It demands that you strengthen your resolve. Do not look at the crisis as a sign that you have failed. Look at it as a sign that you are on the right path, a path so powerful that it will be tested by the universe itself. The ship that returns to port, having weathered the storm, is far stronger and more capable than the ship that never dared to leave the safety of the dock. You see the blacksmith at his anvil. He does not take a finished sword and place it in the fire. He takes a piece of soft, impure iron. He heats it to an unbearable temperature, so hot that it glows with a dangerous light. Then he brings down his hammer again and again and again. It is a violent, chaotic process. To the untrained eye, it appears he is destroying the metal, but he is not. He is shaping it. The fire does not consume the steel, it purifies it. The hammer does not break the metal. It makes it denser, stronger, and more resilient. My friend, you are that iron. The crisis you are facing is the forge. The fire is the fear, the uncertainty, the relentless pressure. The hammer is the series of setbacks, the unexpected losses, the moments of despair. You may believe you are being destroyed, but I am telling you, with the authority of every great man I have ever known, that you are being shaped. A man forged in the fire of adversity is worth 100 men who have only known comfort. He possesses a strength of character that cannot be bought or taught. He has learned to bend without breaking. He has learned that the only thing that can truly purify his spirit is a trial by fire. Do not run from the fire. Do not curse the hammer. Stand firm. Embrace the heat. Every strike of the hammer is removing an impurity, building a strength you never knew you had. A crisis is not a punishment. It is a necessary part of the process of becoming something truly great. When the fire of crisis rages and the hammer of adversity is striking its blows, there is only one thing that can hold you together. It is not hope, which can be fickle. It is not luck, which is a fool's god. It is your burning desire. A crisis can take your money, it can take your job, it can take your material possessions, but it cannot, under any circumstances, take your burning desire for a definite purpose. In fact, a true crisis will often burn away all of the things that are not essential, leaving you with nothing but the pure, unadulterated flame of your purpose. I learned this from my friend Thomas Edison. The year was 1914, and a fire consumed his laboratory, destroying millions of dollars worth of equipment, prototypes, and years of work. The average man would have been utterly defeated, but Edison, standing outside watching the flames, simply said, "Thank God all our mistakes were burned up. Now we can start fresh." His burning desire to invent was not in the equipment, it was in his soul. The fire could not touch it. Your burning desire is the fuel that keeps you fighting when all seems lost. It is the one thing that a crisis can never take from you, unless you give it away. And you must not give it away. You must hold on to it with every ounce of your will. You must feed it with your faith and your conviction. The crisis you are facing is not meant to take your purpose from you. It is meant to reveal how strong your purpose truly is. If the fire of adversity can extinguish the flame of your desire, then it was never a burning desire in the first place. But if it only makes it burn hotter, then you are on your way to greatness. A crisis is a conversation. It is the universe revealing truths about yourself that you have been too comfortable to see. But you are not a passive listener in this conversation. You are the architect of your own response. The world around you may be a storm of chaos, but your mind is your kingdom. And you, my friend, are the absolute monarch of that kingdom. You have one power that no crisis can ever take from you, the power to choose your mental attitude. I learned from my association with men like Andrew Carnegie that success is not found in controlling your circumstances. That is a fool's errand. Success is found in controlling your thoughts. While a crisis may strip you of your possessions and your plans, it can never take away your ability to choose your own thoughts. This is where self-discipline becomes your greatest weapon. You must make a conscious decision, in the midst of the chaos, to focus your attention on what you can do, not what you have lost. You must deliberately choose to search for the hidden opportunity, to find the lesson, to look for the next step. You must become a master of your own mental fortress, refusing to let the chaos outside breach the walls within. Your circumstances do not define you. Your response to your circumstances does. And that response is a direct reflection of the thoughts you choose to entertain. The architect of your response is not fate, it is you. The time for you to begin building your fortress of will is now. When the storm hits, the natural man wants to retreat. He wants to pull away from the world, to hide his pain and his fear. This, my friend, is a fatal mistake. For I have learned that the greatest men who ever faced a crisis did not face it alone. A crisis is a moment for your mastermind alliance. It is the one time you cannot afford to be an island. The collective strength, the combined knowledge, and the unwavering harmony of a mastermind group are a fortress in the middle of a storm. Let me be clear. A mastermind is not simply a group of friends who offer comfort. It is an alliance of minds united by a definite purpose, and it is a powerful tool for survival and triumph. The man who has a mastermind has a resource that a crisis cannot touch. He has a group of allies who will not allow him to lose faith. They will help him see the opportunities he is too close to see. They will help him find the courage he believes he has lost. I saw this firsthand in my years of association with the great minds of industry. When a financial panic swept the nation, a crisis that could have ruined countless men, my friend Henry Ford leaned on his own inner circle. He did not panic. He convened his mastermind, and together they found a path forward where others saw only ruin. They turned a moment of panic into a strategic advantage, a new beginning. Do not allow the isolation of a crisis to compound your fear. Reach out, convene your mastermind. If you do not have one, now is the time to build one. Your crisis will reveal who your true allies are. Use their collective strength to find the creative solutions, the fresh perspectives, and the renewed faith you will need to not just survive this moment, but to become a titan because of it. My friend, you have heard my words. You have looked into the forge. You understand that this crisis is not meant to be your end, but a violent, chaotic, and necessary beginning. But understanding is not enough. You must act. The first step in a crisis is not a grand, sweeping gesture. It is a single, purposeful act of defiance against the chaos. It is the moment you stop being a passenger in the storm and become the captain of your own vessel once more. I am giving you a command. This is your assignment. I want you to take a moment and find your bearings. Where are you? What resources do you still have? What, in this very moment, can you control? Your mission is to perform one single, solitary act. It must not be big. It must not be complex. It must simply be an act that demonstrates to yourself that you are still in control of your destiny. Perhaps it is a single phone call to your mastermind. Perhaps it is writing down your definite purpose on a new piece of paper, free from the old anxieties. Perhaps it is a single hour of disciplined focus on one small task that moves your purpose forward. Whatever it is, you must do it today. Now, this is the moment where you take back your power. This is the moment where you stop being a victim of your circumstances and become the architect of your future. The time for waiting is over. The time for acting has begun. The storm has not defeated you, and this single purposeful step will prove it. Listen to me and listen closely. The crisis you are facing is not meant to be your end. It is meant to be a profound beginning. It is the fire that will burn away your weaknesses and a forge that will temper your will into an instrument of power. Do not run from the heat. Stand in it. Your definite purpose is your anchor. Your response is your sword. And your courage is the one thing no adversity can ever take from you. The time for waiting for the storm to pass is over. The time for being defined by the crisis is over. The time to become defined by your response to it has begun. Now, go forth. You have been tested, and I know you are ready. My friend, you have looked into the forge. You have held a mirror to the chaos. Now, you must act. The words you have heard must become the blueprint for your deeds. Key takeaways. Your first rule is, do not panic. A crisis is not a punishment. It is a test of your will. Your first response must be to hold your center and refuse to surrender your mind to fear. The straight path is a myth. Every journey to success is filled with storms. The crisis you face is not a sign of failure, but a necessary part of your becoming. A crisis forges your will. The heat and pressure of adversity are not meant to destroy you. They are meant to burn away your weaknesses and forge a character that is truly unbreakable. Your burning desire is your anchor. Your purpose is the one thing a crisis cannot take from you. Use the chaos to clarify and intensify your definite purpose, not to abandon it. Control your response. Your circumstances do not define you. Your response to them does. Use self-discipline and controlled attention to focus on what you can control, not what you have lost. Action steps. 1. Stop, breathe, and assess. Right now, take a deep breath. Refuse to be consumed by the panic. Take a moment to inventory your resources, your purpose, your skills, your allies. They are still with you. 2. Define your next single step. Without overthinking it, identify one small, deliberate action that moves you toward your purpose. This is not a plan for the next year. It is an action for the next hour. 3. Perform the action immediately. Do not wait until tomorrow. Do not wait for a better moment. Take that single step now. This is your declaration to the universe that you are still in control. This is the moment you begin to turn the ship. Remember, your success begins the moment you decide to act.